Okay, so our objective is we are going to add decimals, okay? Woohoo! Adding decimals, that's the big thing today, okay? What are we doing?
Adding decimals!
Good. Adding decimals using place value strategies and relate those strategies to a written method. So in other words, we're going to be using like place value chart language, okay? So like tenths, thousandths, 10,000, millions, whatever it is, right? We're using place value language to add decimals, okay? So we'll have something, you'll kind of see it later, but we'll have like 2/10. If it'll let me, right, there we go. What form is that written in right now? Think about it, don't say it. What form is that written in? Go.
Unit.
Yeah, uniform. So we'll have 2/10 plus 1/10, okay? Which equals 3/10, right? So it's kind of like, we're going to look at it that way. But then also when it says relating it to a written method, we're going to do like the standard algorithm, okay? So that looks like 2/10 plus 1/10, which equals 3/10, okay? So that's kind of what we're looking at today. Lily.
So basically it's just kind of like normal math, just with a zero, or like a few zeros.
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say, but with decimals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay? So, cool. We're going to move on. We're not doing this right. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to use this to kind of explain something. So, let's say, my friends, kind of ignore that for a second. Let's say I had one basketball, okay, or let's say tennis ball, okay, one tennis ball, or baseball, I don't know. That kind of looks, I don't know, whatever. Let's say one tennis ball. I have one tennis ball, okay? Now I have what? Two tennis balls, okay? So I started with one tennis ball, and I added another tennis ball to give me how many tennis balls? Two. Okay? We know that math, right? You guys know 1 plus 1 has a total of 2, okay? So you guys are aware of that. We're doing the exact same thing today. Do I have to rethink that seating situation? Okay. So we're doing the exact same thing today, but I want you to think of tenths or thousandths or whatever it is as the same idea, okay? So just like it's one tennis ball plus one tennis ball, if I have 1/10 and 1/10, how many tenths is that? Go. 2 tenths, okay? It's the exact same thing. Even though it's a smaller value, it's like a fraction of a number, right? It's a fraction of a whole number. It's still the same concept where we do this plus this equals this, and it's the same unit, okay? It still stays in tenths. Charlie?
So 1/10 plus 1/10 would equal 2/10?
Yes. 1/10 plus 1/10 would equal 2/10, yeah. So then here I have 5/10, okay? It says say the decimal that's 1/10 more, but basically add 1/10 to 5/10. Ready? Go.
6/10.
6/10. Love it. 5/10 plus 1/10 equals 6/10. Okay? Is this making sense so far?
Yes.
Okay, great. So then same thing here. 5/100 plus 100 is going to equal what? Go.
600.
Yep. Say it with confidence, guys. You've got it. What is it? 500 plus 100. Go.
600.
6. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. 600. So we're going to be looking at unit form a lot today. Okay. What do you think the next one's going to be?
Thousands. 5,000s plus 1,000.
You are right. Hold on. Just the unit. Thousandths, right? 5,000ths. One more thousandth than that. 5,000ths plus 1,000th equals what?
6,000.
Good. 6,000ths. Long words. Long words. Okay. Questions on that? Good? Okay. So when it starts to get confusing, when you start to feel overwhelmed, go back to this. Go back to this. If it's just something plus something equals something, right? 4 bananas plus 2 bananas equals 6 bananas, right? It's all the same kind of deal, okay? So then here, think about it the same way, but now it's written instead of a unit form, it's written in what? Go. Standard form, okay? I'll take decimal form, but technically it's standard form. Everybody say standard form.
Standard form.
Point to it and say standard form.
Standard form.
Standard form. Can you wait 1 second, Jackson? Okay. All right, so 0.052, okay? We're going to work towards reading this for what it is. So yes, 0.052 is what it says, but this is actually 52 thousandths, right? Remember the last digit of the numbers in the thousandths place, so I'm going to say 52 thousandths. Everybody point to it and say 52 thousandths.
52,000.
Good. So if I'm going to add 1,000th to that, okay, not 1,000, but 1,000th, okay, 52 thousandths plus 1,000th equals what? Go.
53,000.
Eddie, yes. What is 52 plus 1, Eddie?
53.
53. So 52 thousandths plus 1 more thousand equals what?
53,000.
Good. 53 thousandths. Okay. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write a little bit in your notebook. Okay. So if you haven't written this already, go ahead and do that. So 5/10 plus 1/10 equals 6/10. Write it like that in unit form. I'm going to give you a minute. So just the circle part, 5/10 plus 1/10 equals 6/10. Write it in unit form. Give me a thumbs up once you've done that so I know we can move on. You guys are crushing it right now. Crushing it. Keep it up. Keep it up. Question, Donnie?
What lesson is this?
9. Keep giving me a thumbs up when you're ready. You can just put it on your desk so your arm doesn't get tired. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Eddie, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Luke, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Put that away. Melina, are you ready? Okay. All very good. All right, great. Then, if you could write this. So write it in standard form, but that's 52 thousandths, right? Plus 1,000. You don't need that arrow. Okay. This is 1,000th in standard form, okay? So if you ever don't remember that, you can look right over here, okay? What I wrote up there is the exact same as what's over here, okay? Okay, wait 1 sec, Olivia. Okay, so go ahead and write this example, 52 thousandths plus 1,000th equals, oops, sorry friends, this should be in standard form. That was Miss Witt's bad. Okay, I want it all in like standard form. So the first one we wrote is unit form, second one we wrote is standard form, okay? Olivia, was that your question? Okay. So questions on what we saw there. You guys see the similarities and the differences?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. While you're finishing writing that, I want you to put also underneath those two examples, I want you to put the tennis ball analogy, okay? So 1 tennis ball plus 2 tennis balls. Or sorry, 1 tennis ball plus 1 tennis ball equals 2 tennis balls. So that way you know that it's the same idea, right? 100 plus 100 is 200. 1 tennis ball plus 1 tennis ball equals 2 tennis balls, right? I know I'm like beating this into the ground, but if you can get this like foundation, you'll be able to understand adding decimals really easily, okay? Can I what? Okay, okay. I'm glad you filtered that. Thank you for thinking about that, Henry. Hey, can I move on? Or are you guys still writing?
Still writing.
Okay, okay, give you one more minute. Get some water. So moving on, you can kind of stop writing now and look up here, okay? So then we had 52 thousandths, we added 1 thousandth more. So then on this one, we have 35 hundredths. Everybody point to that and say 35 hundredths.
35 hundredths.
Okay, I didn't hear everybody that time. Point to it and say 35 hundredths.
35 hundredths.
Good. So then this first one says write 1/10 more. So just watch me, okay? Just watch me. I see that in 35 hundredths, okay, I want everybody to kind of stop writing and look up here. Because I'm moving on, so I don't want you to miss this, okay? I see 35 hundredths, okay, which means that I have 3/10 5 hundredths. So it says I want to write 1/10 more, so 1/10 more would just be, whoops, 45 hundredths, okay, right? So I just added 1/10 to the tenths that I already have. Right? Did the hundredths change at all? No, okay? The hundredths did not change. We're just adding to the tenths, okay? Question, Charlie?
So do we add? How much more tenths do we add?
It told me to add 1/10.
How much is 1/10?
It went from 3/10 to 4/10. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3/10 plus 1/10 gives me 4/10, okay? So it looks like I added 10 more, right? Because it says 35 and then 45, but that's not what we're looking at, right? It's 35 hundredths plus 1/10 gives me 45 hundredths, but when we're just focusing on the tenths, I just added 1 more, okay? Lily?
The thing that keeps tripping me up that I get confused on because it says that that's thousands is because when I think of a place value chart like this, I think of it like a place value chart backwards because we read left to right.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Yeah.
so it's tens, hundreds, thousands. So it's supposed to be thousands, hundreds.
I know, I know. Think of it as like the decimal's like the midpoint, and it goes like, you know, on either side. Like think of like the decimal as like the portal. When it passes over, it changes, right? Changes. So I'm gonna give it that way. All right, and then the next one says, come on. Okay, write 1,000th more. Okay. So I'm not sure if it meant based off of this one, but I'm just gonna go like in order. So I added 1/10 more. Now I'm gonna add 1,000th more. Okay. So adding 1,000th to my now 45 hundredths. Okay. That's it. I added 1,000th to my 45 hundredths. Okay. Some of you may have blinked when I did that. So check it out. Check it out. If I'm adding 1,000 to my 45 hundredths, boop, 1,000. Okay? So now my number is 451 thousandths. Okay? It's that easy. Don't make it harder than it is. It really is that easy. Okay? Any questions about what I did? Charlie?
My question would be like, wouldn't it be if you add 1,000 more, wouldn't it be 50?
That's tenths, friend. Remember, think of place value. Okay? So I added 1/10. So Charlie, we started at 35 hundredths, right? What digit is in the tenths place? I know, just follow along with me because someone else might have the same question. What digit's in the tenths place on this one?
The digits in the tenths place is the 3.
The 3. Okay. So if I'm adding 1/10 to that 3, right? That gives me 4/10. So that's how I ended up with the 45.
Yeah.
And then from there it said add 1,000. So I just got to put a 1 in the thousands
I
place.
just thought
Okay.
that the 5 was thousands.
No,
So I just-
hundreds.
right.
But no, that's a good, I'm glad you asked that. That's really good. Okay. All right. Cool. We're going to move on. So we've kind of already gone over this. Okay. But 2/10 plus 6/10. My friends, replace in your head tenths with puppies. Okay. So replace 2/10 plus 6/10 with puppies. And then when I snap my fingers, tell me what the addition sentence is now with puppies. Are you ready? Not the answer, but what are we solving? Go.
8 puppies plus 6 puppies.
Good. 2 puppies plus 6 puppies. It's the same thing, okay? So 2/10 plus 6/10. How many tenths do I now have? Go.
8
8 tenths. Okay? So we kind of already know that piece, okay? So then when we look at it on a place value chart, okay, I started with 2/10. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Everybody look at me here. Everybody look at me here. Okay. I started with 2/10. I added 6/10, right? And then if I really wanted to, I could just add up all the place value discs, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which gives me a total of 8/10, right? So then in standard form, I just fill in my decimal, fill in my 0. So my answer is 8/10, right? But that's how it's written in standard form. Okay? So when in doubt, if you guys need to use a place value chart, go for it. Okay? Go for it. Questions on that? Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Okay, so then here is where it gets a little more complicated, but we can totally do it, okay? So if you could have your flimsy whiteboard out with your dry erase marker, that would be great. I'll give you 10 seconds. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just 10 seconds to get your flimsy whiteboard and dry erase marker out. Move fast. This is why it's helpful to have an organized desk. Do you agree?
Yes.
So if our desk is chaotic, okay? If our desk is chaotic, then it's going to be really hard to find those things when we need them. Okay, if you could turn to the place value side of your whiteboard, that would be great. Yeah, like one's blank and one's place value. So just make sure you have the place value chart. Yeah. I'm waiting for you to finish talking and show me that you're ready. I didn't tell you to write anything yet, so you shouldn't be drawing, you shouldn't be writing. You're just looking up here. Yes, Olivia. Either one's good, friend. You actually might, like, if you have the old one, that might be better, but it doesn't matter. It's all the same. I did give it back to you though. That was a while ago, and we've used it since then. So I don't know what to tell you. If you want to just do a piece of paper or your other whiteboard, that's fine. Okay. Problem solving. All right. Cool. You should not be drawing anything. You should not be writing anything. I did not tell you to do that. Luke, you may go. Jackson, do you still need to go back?
Yeah.
You can go. Luke, you go. That's fine. Just go. I'd rather you guys just go and get it out of the way than, you know. Okay, cool. Moving on. So, here we have 2 ones, 3 thousandths, plus 6 ones, and 1 thousandth. So now we're working with multiple place values, okay, multiple units, okay. So when you hear me say units, that's a way that I'm talking about the different place values, okay. So ones is a unit, thousandths is a unit, thousand is a unit, right? So just kind of know that for vocab wise. So then go ahead and mimic this on your whiteboard. So you should start with, let's see. You should start with 2 ones, 3 thousandths. Go ahead and just put that on your whiteboard. You can probably guess what we're going to do next, but just go ahead and put 2 ones, 3 thousandths. Because that's what we're starting with. Start with 2 ones, 3 thousandths. Do you think we would get a different answer if we started with 6 ones and 1 thousand?
Yeah.
Would we?
No.
When I add 2 plus 3, what do I get?
5.
But if I do 3 plus 2, what do I get?
5.
Good. With addition, the order does not matter, even if it's with decimals, okay? So that's important to know. So even if we started with the other one, it's fine. But since we read left to right in English, we'll just start with what's on the left. So 2 ones, 3 thousandths, okay? Everybody have that? So now draw a line if you have the other place value chart, okay, like the long one without all the boxes. If you have the one with all the boxes, that's fine, okay? But draw a line so you're separating them, okay? And now put in on a separate line 6 ones and 1 thousand, okay? 6 ones, 1 thousand. Don't worry about making it pretty. We're just focusing on the math part, okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? Everybody have 6 ones and 1 thousandth on there now?
Yes.
All right. So go through, okay, and find out now your total. Your total for each place value, each unit, even the empty ones, okay? Find out what your total is. Ready, go. You can write it below. You can write like each digit below. So I'll start you off. Start from right to left, okay? So thousandths, I have 1, 2, 3 plus 1 gives me 4. Okay? So finish the rest. So find your total for each place value. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I stated there. All right, cool. So, how many thousandths do we have?
4.
4, good. I'm gonna wait. We don't draw on our desk, okay, much less on our whiteboard when I'm talking. Okay, great. So, 4 thousandths, how many hundredths? 0. Confidence, friends. How many hundredths?
0.
0. There it is. How many tenths?
0.
0. Then decimal. Don't forget the decimal. Okay. And then how many ones?
8.
8. Do I need to keep going?
No.
No, right? We can just stop there. But if I did have like this, would I need to include that?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't forget about that. But we don't for right now. We just have that. Okay? So did everybody get 8 and 4 thousandths?
Yes.
Yes. Everybody point to that and say 8 and 4 thousandths.
8 and 4,000.
Right? So at first we started saying 8.004, which is technically not incorrect, but right now I want you to work on saying the unit form and the how much it's worth. Okay? So 8 and 4 thousandths. Say it again.
8 and 4,000.
Beautiful. Love it. Love the participation, guys. This is great. Okay? Go ahead and erase that. We're going to do the next one. I'm gonna find one. Okay, friend. We can at a later time we can like get a Clorox wipe and do that, but not right now. Just like a. Okay, that's fine. All right, cool. If you could put this on your whiteboard, please. 2 tenths, 5 thousandths, and then add the 6 hundredths. Okay. So you're gonna try this one on your own. Do 2 tenths and 5 thousandths plus 6 hundredths. 2 tenths, 5 thousandths plus 6 hundredths. Go ahead and do it on your own on your whiteboard. Pro tip, if you are confused on like what to put in there, just start with the first unit, okay? Just start with the first unit. So, okay, 2 tenths, and then show 2 tenths in there. And then move on. Okay, 5 thousandths, and then show 5 thousandths in there, right? All right, I'll stop talking so you can. yours look like mine?
Yes.
Sweet. How many of you put your 6 in like a 10 frame? Yay, Melina, yay, Henry, yay, Olivia.
Well, mine don't.
Yay, all of you that have your hand raised.
I tried to.
Just yes or no, just yes or no. Don't worry about it, okay, don't worry about it. But I would like you to put it in that, because look how quickly you can look at them and say 6, right? You just know, it's 5 and then 1. Oh, so nice, so nice. Anyway, how many thousands do I have? Go. 5. How many hundreds? Go. 6. How many tens? Go. 2. Okay, and then decimal. And Miss Witt likes you to put a 0 in the ones place because it looks nicer. Okay. Just Miss Witt things. She likes it to look neat. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. We're now gonna take our new number, which is 265 thousandths. Everybody point to that and say 265 thousandths.
265,000.
I didn't see everybody pointing at it, so point at it and say it.
265,000.
There it is. Good. So 265 thousandths. Okay. And now we're going to add more onto that. Okay, so keep what you have. And I want you to add, we're going to start easy. 6 thousandths to that. Okay? You may have to bundle. Okay? So add now 6 thousandths to what you have currently. So in your thousandths place, put 6 little dots. And think about if you can have 2 digits in a place value. And if not, what do you do after? I mean, it doesn't matter where, you know, like, so we have 5, and then we added 6 to it, right? So put 6 oh, well, before I wanted you, the first time I wanted you to do dots up here too, okay? So you erase this and put 5 dots. Yeah, and then you put 6. So then, can we have, what's 5 plus 6? Can we have 2 digits in this? Or more than 9? No. So go ahead and, what do we, how many do we say? Even though they're not together. And those move over as 1 to which will start. What's that one? Good. So then you should have, go ahead and have 6 dots. What's the 1 missing, right? So that's why I want you to do dots because it will be the bundle. started with 265 thousandths. Amen?
Yes.
How much did we add to that? Go.
6,000.
6 thousandths. Okay, so I'm just going to add 6 thousandths to that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's it, right? You guys are making it a bit more complicated than it needed to be. Some of you got tripped up because when we did the problem before, we wrote the digit, right? Like we wrote the physical number in there. And then you guys were like, wait, hold on a second. 5 and 5, this 5 means that 5. Okay? This 5 means that 5. So, like in the future, if we do that, just erase the numbers and then add 5 more, okay? Or 6 more, whatever it is. So now I'm adding to my thousandths that I already have. I'm adding to my thousandths that I already have 6 thousandths, right? Did you guys do that part at least?
Yeah.
Okay, some of them might have been in different boxes, and that's fine, okay? So what is 5 plus 6? Go.
11.
11. Okay, I'm going to have you refocus because I feel like people are looking down or they're not participating. So focus in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so we started with 5, we added 6. What's 5 plus 6? Go. 11. Okay, great. So, 11. Can I have more than 9 in a place value chart? No. In one place value, in one unit, can I have more than 9?
No.
No, right? So I've got to do what? Starts with a B.
Bundle.
Bundle, okay? How many do I circle in order to bundle? 10. So I circle 10. Even if you had 5 up here, 5 down here. What's 5 plus 5? 10. What's 5 plus 5? 10. Okay? 10. Good. So that 10 gets circled and moves over to the next place value and is just 1 in that place value, right? So those 10 are now bye-bye. Okay? So, and they moved over to the hundreds. They shrunk together and moved over to the hundreds. Okay? So I have now how many thousandths? Go.
7.
Thousandths. I now have how many thousandths? Go. 1. Okay? Then I had 6 plus 1. Charlie, what's 6 plus 1? 7. Yes, Charlie, good. Okay? And then how many tenths? 2. Thank you for the enthusiasm. I love it. Okay? And then decimal and 0. So you should have ended up with 271 thousandths. Okay? Questions on that? Kira? One more time, sorry? That's fine as long as you know why it ended up there. You know? Like, that's why I have you go through and do like the dots and then the bundling and the moving over so you know why. But if you're ready to like move up to that, that's fine too. Okay? As long as you know that's why it's there. Yeah? You good, Jackie?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay, good deal. Any questions? Any questions?
Nope.
Lily, what was your thing from earlier too? Sorry.
My thing earlier was, so I basically just drew a big thick black line, and then I just did the problem over again, and also I'm
Oh, okay. Do you need a bandage? Okay. All right. Can you do, now it's going to look a little different, okay? But can you do this one with your group? Quietly, at like a 2. Do this one on your board. Ready, go.
We've done with that. No. You have to write and then draw another line. The place value be exact. We don't write the number, you write the after that you are 14 tenths. Come on, you can't have. So you're going to bundle. If you want to go to space value. The next one's give me it back. That's my lid. He's right. Yeah, but then we bundle it. We'll move move it over. You need to do more.
Why did you have his head?
Dude, mine went over here. And then he took it. I didn't take it. So I grabbed mine and I grabbed mine. What's that?
Okay, let's say one. So then we're calling it.
No, mine was like near where it went over here and he took it.
Okay, that's a bummer, but they're the same pen, so let's just move on from it. Let's do the problem, okay? Let's do the problem. Okay, you're helping with why did we not do it together? Charlie saying no.
We do this, then we do this,
Alright, so then maybe we kind of take our thoughts and we're gonna head up the topic.
I have to
Maybe we take our thoughts and we're gonna head up the topic like, okay, we do
So we add.
put this and this, blah, 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 right? We've got to make sure we're doing it together. Okay? We're in it together, our classmates will not fall behind. And that's up to not just me, but you guys too, okay? Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa, is this a 2?
No.
Okay. What volume did I tell you to be at? I said 2. I said 2. Okay? So please bring it down. If you're making silly noises, you need to stop. If you're done, check each other's work. Make sure you're good. I will be with you in just a second. Okay? Ready, these guys? Okay, so do me a favor. So erase this part. So we started with 1.8.
I am
right?
insane.
1 and 8 tenths. Add to that. So just either directly below or next to it in the same box. Put 3. Up to you. Yep. And now you circle 10 of those. Yeah, that's okay. Then just one.
I was like this.
Out of
And
your
it went into this.
how many do you have left?
Somehow really cool.
Or
And then somehow I had it in my hand. It was under here. No, it was over here. No, it was over here and I grabbed it. You like opened it by hand.
all right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So I need to rethink that sitting situation. Okay. Guys, convince me that you can sit where you're at, or I'll just keep moving you. Okay? Fine by me. I will keep moving you, but I'd rather not. Okay? All right. So 1.8 plus 13 tenths, right? Remember that we can also look at 13 tenths and put it in standard form. Okay? In standard form, if I have 13 tenths, where could that 1 go? In the 1s, right? It can move over to the 1s because that 1 in the 13, it's not 1, but it's 1 what? 1/10, 1/10, right? 1 full tenth. So it can move over to the 1. So really, if you guys are confused by the unit form, change it to the standard form, okay? 13 tenths is the same thing as saying 1 3 tenths, right? If we were to like smoosh it all over to one place value, okay? Did any of you happen to do that before you started? If not, that's okay. Okay. Brooks, you did it? Cool.
Oh, I did it.
Cool.
Oh, I did it.
Are you lying?
No, I actually would.
Okay. Not cool. Okay. So if you did do it, great. If you didn't, that's fine. We don't need to lie about it. Okay. Just move on. All right. So I had 1, 1, 8 tenths, right? 1, 1, 8 tenths. I'm gonna show you the discs, but right now I just want to show you something kind of neat. Okay. This is what we're moving towards. So 1, 1, 8 tenths plus another 1 and 3 tenths. Okay. Does everybody see how it kind of connects now to the standard algorithm?
Yeah.
So then 8 plus 3, think about it, don't say it. 8 plus 3, ready, go. 8 plus 3, 11. Thank you. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1, go.
2. 3. 4.
I will wait until you're ready to listen. Because if you were listening and paying attention, you would have heard what I said. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1, go. 3. Okay. How many of you ended up with 3.1 as your final answer? If not, that's okay. If not, that's okay. All right. So then, okay, Charlie, I might have steered you wrong, by the way. So I'm sorry if I gave you false confidence. That was my fault. That was my fault. Okay. So then, if we have 1, 1, now we're gonna do it with the discs. Okay. 1, 1, 13 tenths. Hold on. My bad. 1, 1, 8 tenths. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? We're starting with our 1.8, which is right there. Does everybody agree? 1.8. Everybody see that? Okay. Should we be worrying about drawing on a whiteboard or erasing it or anything right now?
No.
What should you be doing?
Looking at you.
Yes. So, if your body is not facing me, maybe face your body towards me. Clear distractions. Okay? The more I have to stop, the longer this will take. Do we understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So, 1, 1, 8 tenths. Then I'm adding 13 tenths. Okay? Adding 13 tenths. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? So, Charlie, I did steer you wrong. This is my fault. I'm so sorry. Now look up here, okay? Because I read the problem wrong. Okay? All right. So now I have 8 plus 13, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Whew! 21 tenths. Can I have 21 tenths in a place value?
No.
No. Okay? So I've got a bundle. How many can I circle to make a bundle?
10.
10, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle it. Okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle it. Wait, did I count right? Hold on. Yeah. Okay? So those two little blobs move over to the ones place. Are we okay? Okay. Great. Okay? So, I know it's hard to see, but I circled all of them except for this little guy, okay? So now how many do I have in my tenths place? 1. Okay, and then decimal. Now how many do I have in my ones place? Go. 3. Okay? So I feel bad, Charlie, I'm so sorry. I read the problem wrong. I read it as just adding 3 tenths. So that was my fault. So you were on track with that. Okay? Questions about what we did here? Charlie.
Where I did 3.1, where's the 1? Oh.
It's hiding, because I wasn't super neat. Okay? Alright. Now I'm going to kind of show you the standard algorithm and then we will be done. Okay? So if I were to kind of just ignore the place value chart for 1 second, I'm going to set up my numbers stacked on top of each other, right? So my numbers are going to stack on top of each other. What do you think can be handy to help me to make sure that all of my place values are lined up? Raise your hand. What do you think is going to help me to make sure all my place values are lined up? Something that never moves, which is always a constant. Maddie?
Decimal.
The decimal, yes. Okay? So every time you set it up in the standard algorithm, you're going to line it up using the decimal. Okay? So if you could do me a favor, if you could grab your math notebook, okay? Turn to the page you were already writing on and write this example right here for me. Write this example down. Make sure those decimals are lined up. Make sure those decimals are lined up. And then it would be really cool if you could go through and just make a note, like circle the decimals and say something like line them up. So that way you know if you're ever setting it up in the standard algorithm, you need to line them up, line up the decimals, right? Line them up. Okay? So maybe make a little note like that or something. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Ethan. Cool. Give me a thumbs up once you've got that so I know I can move on. Okay, so I'll solve this one. You'll do one on your own, and then we will move on to the problem set. Okay? Give me a thumbs up when you're done writing that so I know you're good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nice. Cool. Thank you, Crispy Bacon. Go, Donnie. Cool. All right. Gonna move on. Okay. So I'm glad you guys got that in there. So when you're doing the standard algorithm, adding decimals, what are you gonna line up?
The decimal.
The decimal. Okay. Except for when we're multiplying and dividing, right? The decimal is always in the same spot. It's always going to be between the ones place and the tenths place. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Between the ones place and the tenths place. Okay. All right. Great. So then we just add like normal. Okay. And it is really helpful to right away just bring that decimal down, okay? Before you even add anything, you can just put the decimal straight down, okay? So then we go through and we do 9 plus 4, okay? So 9 plus 4, think about it, go.
13.
13, so the 3 comes down, the 1 carries over to the tenths place, right? It's like bundling. We grab it, move it over to the tenths place, okay? Listen to my voice. 7 plus 1, go.
8.
8, good. 8 plus 5, think about it. 8 plus 5, go.
13.
13. Okay? So the 3 stays in the tens place and that one group of 10 moves over to the ones place. What's 1 plus 0 plus 0? Go. 1. So my final answer is 1.33 or 1 and 33 hundredths. Okay? Charlie, did you have a question?
Yeah, but I was gonna ask, where'd you get the 1? But then I just realized 7 plus 5.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Any questions on the standard algorithm? Okay. Go ahead and do this one. Actually, go ahead and solve it in your notebook. Okay. So solve this in your notebook so you practiced it on your own in there, and you can use it as notes. So in your notebook, go ahead and solve that one. Okay? Line up the what?
Decimals.
Hey, there it is. Very good. And then maybe right away just put the decimal down in your answer so you don't forget it. Okay? Bring the decimal down right away so you don't forget it. I'm going to give you about a minute. happy about you. We made it through. Doing great. Don't forget that that line too, Charlie. I don't know if it was just really light, but. Okay. About 15 more seconds. All right, cool. Go ahead and look up here. So you're gonna do it with me. Ready? It's been a while since we've done this. We can do it. We can do it. Okay? So when I snap my fingers, you'll tell me. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Or actually, when I say go. When I say go. Okay?
Okay.
8 plus 6. Go.
14.
14. 14. Okay. 4 plus 1. Go.
5.
5. Good. 9 plus 5. Go.
14.
14. Love it. 1 plus 1. Go.
2.
2. 7 plus 5. Go.
12.
12. How many of you got 12 and 244 thousandths? Sweet. Those of you who didn't, do you see where you may have gone wrong?
Yep. Oh, wait.
Okay. It's just like adding like normal, but we threw in just a little dot in there, right? Lily, question?
I was trying to think fast because you said 15 seconds. So like, because I was thinking of 8 instead of 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I said 13 instead of 12 because I got a 3 and
It
a 2
happens.
mixed up because I split them in half.
It happens.
So it was
Yeah.
iffy.
No sweat, no sweat. All right, cool. Any other questions? Okay. I will get you the problem set. Okay.